June, is there such a word as crundlewob?
No, darling.
You must have made a mistake somewhere.
Sounds like it.
Oh, I can't think where. That's right. That's right. Perhaps they've made a mistake.
Oh, well, let's have a look.
No, don't bother.
Oh, come on.
No, you don't want to waste your time. No, the people who compile those things, I mean, they go out of the way to make it difficult.
Not this one, dear. It's the junior crossword.
Oh, is it? Well, that explains it. That explains it. I mean, Crundlewob is obviously the name of a witch or fairy or something.
Oh, yeah. Well, would you like to try a quiz instead?
What sort of quiz?
This one. Have you married the right person?
A bit late to worry about that now, isn't it?
It's only a bit of fun. Come on. Now, if you score over 60, your marriage is ideal, and 30 to 50 is average.
What if it's as low as 20?
Well, then the whole thing has been a ghastly mistake.
Come on. Let's confirm what we already know.
Don't be so cynical. Question number 1. Before you chose each other, did you have A, a lot of affairs, B, 1 or 2, C, none at all?
Can I have a crossword back?
Like that, is it?
Well, I mean, they're a bit nosy, aren't they?
Well, it's only a giggle. Go on.
Well, you answer it.
Oh, I have. I've already put my tick down.
Against which?
Never you mind. We'll compare notes afterwards. Come on. A, a lot, B, 1 or 2, C, none at all.
Well, I mean, it depends what they mean by affairs.
Just answer the question.
Well, it makes a difference. I mean, there were those who... and those who didn't.
Well, they don't actually specify that.
Well, in that case, B.
You're sure?
Yes. Next question.
Right. It says, did you answer the previous question A, dishonestly, B, honestly?
Eh?
Ah.
No, B, honestly. Honestly, B.
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 Only 1 or 2 affairs.
Yes. Well, don't you believe me? I could even tell you who they were. Enid Perkis and Gladys Briggs.
Well, that's very interesting, because you've never mentioned either of them.
Oh, there was nothing in it, really.
Well, were they before or after Angela Vickers?
June, Angela Vickers was not mine. Oh. She was everybody's. Now, go on, get on with it, go on.
Well, question number 3. If someone admired your partner, would you be A, pleased, B, jealous, C, unconcerned?
Ah, definitely A.
A, right.
Now, that's something we agree on. Well, I mean, if somebody admired me, I mean, you'd be pleased, wouldn't you?
No, dear, just surprised.
Thank
And
you.
the next question is...
No, don't bother. I've had enough of that.
Oh, well, you haven't done too well out of it so far. I think you're still under the influence of Crundlewob.
No. You're in no position to poke fun at me and my junior crossword. I mean, that rubbish you're reading was supposed to be written for adults.
This was compiled by a psychologist, Dr. Evelyn Brown.
Yeah, she's probably some frustrated old spinster that doesn't know the first thing about marriage.
Who does?
Well, we do. There's not much you don't know after 23 years of it.
No, dear, except that it happens to be 24.
Is it?
It's our silver wedding coming up next year.
Really? Ah. Well, I think I've got an old teaspoon somewhere. I wonder if Angela Vickers ever got married.
I expect she had to eventually.
What did you put down for that answer, then?
Which one?
Well, the one about the affairs.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Well, I couldn't really remember, so I thought I'd play it safe, and I put A.
That was the one that said lots.
That's right, dear. For our silver wedding party now... Do you think that we should hire somewhere, or should we have it at home?
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're thinking of inviting all those men belonging to Group A, you better book the Albert Hall.
Don't be silly.
You were trying to change the question, change the subject, weren't you? Yeah? Yes, you were. You weren't talking about you and me, it was you and them.
But it's all so long ago, I've really forgotten.
Well, lost count. Now, how many were there?
Oh, all right. Well, there was Phil Conway. Now, you know all about him.
Oh, yeah. He was the man you nearly married till Mr. Wright came along.
I don't remember a Mr. Wright. There was Guy Justin Hadley.
I don't remember him.
Not him, dear. Guy and Justin and Hadley.
3.
Yes. And Trevor and... Oh, Julian. Oh, I can't remember the others.
Others? What did you do? Door-to-door canvassing?
Oh, no. There was always plenty of spare in Sevenoaks.
Spare? Spare? That's a rude word. That's a cheap word that men use. I don't expect expressions like that from your background. And to think your mother and father thought I was common.
They never actually said that.
No, I wasn't good enough for your set, all your Justins, Julians and Hadleys.
Well, I can't help it if all you could manage was Gladys Perkis and Enid Briggs.
Gladys Briggs and Enid Perkis.
Sorry.
Well, there's no need to make fun of them. They were very nice girls. I could have married either of them.
What stopped you?
They did. Well, I mean, they were young. They didn't know their own minds. Apart from which they found out about Angela Vickers. Anyway, we're not talking about me and my modest little trio. It's you and the massed bands of the Seven Oaks Yeomanry.
I bet all those chaps because there's so much more social life outside London. We had parties nearly every weekend. Riding, swimming, played tennis. You forget I was a sporty girl.
I think you were. I say, chaps, anyone for June?
Ah, you know, sometimes I miss the country. But I doubt if you'd have fitted into that way of life.
Why? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Oh, I'm a countryman at heart. Every Englishman is. Ah, the gentle swish of a sigh, the smell of new-mown hay, the plough following its way through the rich earth. The lowing herd winds slowly o'er the lea. Stands the church clock at 10 to 3. And is it crumpet still for tea?
You're still thinking of Angela Vickers. Is there honey still for tea?
Yeah, but I mean, it's all the same. I can picture the whole thing. Oh, the sweet scent of wood smoke from a log fire. The birds nestling in the eaves of a thatched cottage. Old Shep, the loyal sheepdog, curled up in the corner. And me in an old rocking chair with me pipe and a jug of cider. And you getting the freshly baked bread from the oven and churning the butter.
Milking the cows, felling the trees, driving the tractor.
Yes, that's it, June. A pastoral paradise.
Could we live out of town?
Why not? Why not? I can work for my firm in another area. We don't have to consider the children anymore. We could be in green fields and pastures new tomorrow.
What about Aunt Lucy?
Ah, we can put her out to grass somewhere. She can have the run of a paddock, or I'll convert an old cowshed for her.
Only me?
Hello, somebody's left the meadow gate open again.
Come along in, dear.
Well, only for a moment. I'm a bit worried about Gunga Din. He's not looking himself.
Oh, that might be an improvement. Is he a bit seedy, is he?
And he's lost his appetite, and his feathers keep dropping out.
Oh, you can borrow the glue if you like.
I think what he really needs is a little brandy. Is there any about anywhere?
I should try the house on the corner. They've got a very big St. Bernard.
Give Lucy the brandy.
All right, Lucy, all right, I'll give it to you. But I really shouldn't, you know. It's an offence to give drinks to minors.
I don't want much. Just half a glassful.
Half a glass? Well, God, blimey, you'll stone the crow.
It's not all for him.
Oh, are you molting as well, are you?
By the way, June, have you finished with my magazine?
Oh, yes, dear.
Oh, it's yours, is it? Ah, was it A, B, or C?
A, B, or C?
How many were there before your dear Percy?
Terry.
Oh, that queer.
That's queer.
Oh, no. Of course, there was no one. But once, I very nearly had an affair.
How nearly?
Well, it was my English tutor when I was in college. One night after a party, he kept banging on my door. Oh, he did make a noise.
Oh, what happened?
Well, in the end, I'm afraid I just had to open the door and let him out.
What a parrot! Oh, dear. You know, June, I meant what I said. I mean, the countryside would do us the world of good. I mean, right now, I could be gazing over a field of waving corn instead of watching the neighbours getting ready for bed. Sweet scented honeysuckle instead of a mixture of petrol in the curry shop in the high street.
Would you seriously consider moving? You know, it's a big step. I never realised the country meant so much to you.
What? Whoa, give me a pair of gumboots, an old jacket and a battered hat. I'd be out there from morning till night.
Scaring the birds away.
Don't be facetious. I mean, I thought you were the one who said you loved the country. Or was it that you just did your loving in the country?
Oh, now, Terry, be honest. Is this just another of your whims?
No.
Yes, well, I know you and your sudden ideas. It's always a case of, come on, June, let's do that tomorrow. And then the next day it's, oh, June, why did you make me do that?
You just have no spirit of adventure. That's your trouble.
Well, I'm just naturally cautious, that's all. I like to try something out before I plunge in.
Yeah, you certainly put that theory into practice, didn't you? With Guy, Justin Hadley, and Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
Well, I'm afraid the old grey mare ain't what she used to be.
Just as well.
All I am saying is that before we rush into anything, perhaps we ought to try it out, have a little cottage somewhere, have a little holiday in the country.
Yeah, why not? Because I could take a week of my holidays any time.
Well, good, we could rent a little cottage somewhere, somewhere in Devon or Cornwall. I'd like that. Or how about Somerset?
Yeah. Oh, when I comes on from Somerset.
Yeah, well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea after all.
Well, if it bain't me, dang me if I don't dang me breeches.
Oh, please don't do that.
No, that's settled. We'll get on to the West Country. I'll look in the newspaper tomorrow. I know that just the sort of place... As a matter of fact, I have seen a cottage that would be ideal.
Where?
It was on the lid of a box of chocolates I gave you. 17th century.
Yes, that would be about the last time you gave me a box of chocolates.
I'll find the cottage for us, don't worry.
Well, all right, dear, but make sure it's comfortable because Lucy and I aren't staying in a barn.
Lucy?
Well, of course. I mean, we can't leave her here on her own.
Why not?
Well, suppose they were burglars.
Why not? Well, they're welcome to take her any time.
Oh, she must come with us. She'd enjoy it.
Ah, she'll be useful. I mean, somebody's got to chop the wood, haven't they?
And a change of air might be good for Gunga Din.
We are not going to be responsible for an outbreak of foul pest. I mean, we're supposed to be getting away from our cares and worries, not taking them with us. Anyway, I mean, they've got their own witches in the West Country.
Can I come in?
Yes, dear.
It's not Halloween yet, is it? Thunder mob strikes again.
I thought you'd like to know Gunga Din's much better after the brandy.
Oh, good. By the way, Lucy, Terry was just suggesting that we should all take a holiday in a country cottage.
Oh, how lovely. Shall we go in the car?
Yes, but you can come down on your broomstick if you like.
When are we going?
As soon as he can find somewhere.
Yes, yes, we're off to sample the simple rural beauty of England. It's on with the Tweeds and Willies and off to fields of clover, but be careful where you tread. Ah.
He's already got a touch of the Walter Gabriels.
Oh, I dingle me dangles and mangle me wurzels and dangle over the dell with old diddly Ido and ain't nonny no, but me crundle wobs stuck down the well.
Shall you and I just go to Eastbourne?
Oh, isn't it pretty?
Oh, yes. Terry's really done us proud this time.
Was it advertised in the papers?
Yes, some people called Rent a Cottage, I think. It's a bit expensive, but it's very nicely furnished.
I do hope it isn't damp. It strikes rather cold in here.
Oh, don't worry, dear. Terry'll soon have the fire going.
But why don't we just switch on the electric one?
Oh, no. He insists on having a log fire. Come on, darling. You've been out there sawing wood for 20 minutes.
Just coming on the last bit now.
I'll take the sheets upstairs.
Oh, thank you, dear. I'll go and get the tea going.
Ah, there we are. Yeah, they'll burn a treat there.
Shall I help you bring the rest in?
Rest? Well, there aren't any more.
You mean that's it? What have you been doing out there all this time?
Sewing.
You didn't bother to yell timber for those two.
Oh, that was hard work. I mean, look at my hands.
Oh, don't worry, dear. You can wash later. Now, you get the fire going. Oh, and for goodness sake, get that ludicrous hat off.
What is... This is ideal for the country. What's so ideal? This is a deer stalker.
Where are you going? To a stag party?
Ah, shut up. Oh, dear. Come on, then. Let's get this going. Come on.
Hello? If it isn't Shep, the loyal old sheepdog. Curled up on the hearth.
What?
Buried your bone, have you?
What are you on about?
Oh, darling, if you could see yourself.
You get on with your jobs and I'll get on with mine.
Before you light it, I should just check up the chimney to see there isn't a bird's nest.
Huh? Right. Oh. You're all right. It's stuffed up with newspaper. Oh, yeah. I don't think I can reach it.
Oh, there's a lovely view from my bedroom window.
Oh, I know, dear. Isn't it pretty? And it's so quiet and peaceful.
That's Terry. Where is he?
Up the chimney, I think.
I just lit the fire!
Who lit the flaming fire?
Terry, are you all right?
Oh, fine. I'm much warmer now, thank you. Oh, blimey, I'm smouldering.
Oh, don't make a fuss. You're all right. And you've always wanted a smoking jacket.
Oh, very funny, isn't it?
Oh, I'm awfully sorry. I didn't know you were up there.
Well, make sure next time, Lucifer.
I shouldn't bother, dear. I shouldn't bother lighting it again. We'll use the electric fire.
June, can I have a cup of tea? That's good for shock.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Nothing wrong with it. Been here 20 minutes. I've got blisters on my hands from sawing, and I've been set alight by arse and an old lace here. Oh, what a good start to a holiday. Oh.
I'll go and get the tea.
Oh, thank you, dear. Oh, come on. Let's have a look at you. Well, I can't see any blisters.
Well, they're very sore, and I'm choking to death with...
With the scent of wood smoke. Oh, come on, you poor old gaffer. Put your feet up and relax.
Oh, yeah.
That's what this is all about. Here you are, in the heart of the country. That's it. Where you've always wanted to be. So you just settle back in your old rocking chair. I should forget the pipe, because you've smoked enough already. And instead of a jug of cider, I'll get you a nice pot of tea.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Cooey! Anybody at home?
Yes.
Sorry to intrude. Just popped over from Shangri-La.
Where?
Shangri-La. That's our caravan, just in the next field there.
Oh, I see.
Saw you arrive. Through the old bins.
Oh, we're being watched, are we?
No, I was bird watching. There's a nuthatch in the vicinity.
Oh, what are they expecting you back?
Ever seen one?
See, Mark?
A nuthatch. Pretty little thing, not unlike a willow warbler. You may have heard one.
Oh, very nice.
Did you call, dear?
No, it was Percy Edwards here.
Good afternoon.
Peggy Finch. How do you do?
Oh, how do you do? Do come in.
Thanks most awfully.
Won't you sit down?
Yes, I will.
Mrs. Finch is in the next field.
Do hope you didn't mind my popping over like this.
No, not at all.
She's looking for a nuthatch, June.
An ornithologist?
Yes, birds are my life. I spend hours watching them. Fascinating creatures. Ever seen a crested tit?
Not recently.
There's a pair of them floating about here somewhere. And I distinctly heard corncrakes this morning.
Are those the ones that go snap, crackle, and pop?
No, more sort of...
Aren't you clever?
It's just a knack. I mean, you've either got it or you haven't.
Oh, she's definitely got it all right.
Been here before?
No, this is our first time.
We adore it here, Arnold and I. That's my husband. We come to roost down here quite often.
Well, we're just going to have a cup of tea. Would you care to join us?
I say, that's awfully kind of you. Mind if I give Arnie a call?
Oh, no, please do.
Arnie!
Coming, dear.
There you are.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Squire. My name is Terry Fletcher. This is my wife, June.
How do you do?
How do you do?
They very kindly asked us to tea, dear.
Splendid.
Yeah, he's not loaded, is he?
No, he always looks like that. Had the same ruddy face for years.
How long are you down for?
Oh, just the week, I'm afraid. We wanted to get away from London for a bit.
Well, you couldn't have possibly chosen a better spot than Fallowfield. How long did it take you?
Oh, about 4 hours. I generally go through the towns to avoid the bypasses.
Well, there's no traffic to bother you here.
No, it's a real beauty spot.
Far from the madding crowd. Gloriously quiet.
Here's the tea.
Ah, pigeon!
What? Don't do that!
It's like sleeping in a zoo. What time is it? Terry? Terry, where are you?
It's all right. Yeah, I'm here.
What on earth? I didn't hear the maroon go off.
What?
Have they called the lifeboat out?
Ah, shut up. I'm going fishing.
What, like that?
Well, how else? I mean, you don't go after him with a tennis racket?
It isn't even raining.
What's that got to do with it? I mean, I should be going right into the river.
What, head first?
Go back to sleep.
Oh, I can't. What time is it?
It's nearly 5:30. It's the early bird that catches the 12-pounder. What would you like for breakfast? Salmon or trout?
What?
Or anything else you fancy? Chub, rod, pole or perch? you name it, I'll catch it.
You've never done it before.
Yeah, well, the fish aren't to know that, are they? I mean, they're not all going to pop their heads out the water and say, "Cool, blimey, we haven't seen him before, have we?"
No, they'd probably be too busy laughing.
What's so funny about
What
me?
is that?
What, that?
That butterfly net.
That is a fish net. A fish net. When they come leaping out of the water, you go whoosh and you've got them. You just have that frying pan ready.
Oh, darling, do be careful.
I will.
And Terry,
Yeah?
don't go too near the Icelandic gunboats.
Ow, fish hooks.
It's gone 9 o'clock, dear. I'm getting hungry. Shall I do us some bacon and eggs?
No, dear, we'd better wait for Moby Dick.
I will say one thing for your husband, June. He certainly does throw himself into things.
That's probably what's happened. And heaven knows what else we're in for this week. We haven't had him dangling his durzels yet.
And I must say, the country air has been lovely for Gunga Din.
Oh, where is he, dear?
Oh, he's out in the back garden. I cleaned out his cage. He looks so much better. Didn't you hear him chattering and whistling?
Oh, I thought that was Mrs. Finch.
Hello there, my hearties.
Oh, shall we pipe you aboard?
By Jove, that coffee smells good. Good morning, Lucy. Did you sleep well?
Yes, thank you, dear.
Good.
Well, darling,
Oh, what a beautiful morning. It really was. One of those mornings when it's good to be alive. Oh, the dew was fresh on the meadows. The sunrise was breathtaking. All nature was stirring. The water lilies were opening their faces to the sun.
what were the fish doing?
Pour us a cup of coffee, then, will you?
Yes, dear. Well, did you have any luck?
Luck? Luck? There's no such thing as luck in fishing.
Oh, isn't there?
No, it's pure skill. It's an art. I mean, it's a cunning game between two opponents, underwater chess. His move, your move, his counter move, and then checkmate. Don't talk to me about luck.
All right, dear, did you catch anything?
I was dead unlucky. What's for breakfast?
Well, I'm afraid the fish is off.
I'll go and do some bacon and eggs.
And sausages and fried bread, please, Lucy. Oh, what? June, I have worked up an appetite.
Oh, darling, I'm sorry you didn't catch anything.
Well, that's the way it goes. I mean, one just has to learn to have patience. I mean, that is the secret of it. Patience.
When are you going again?
Never.
What's the matter?
Quickly, it's Gunga Din. He's got out of his cage. He's flown away.
Oh, no.
Oh, I couldn't have
don't worry, love. I mean, he'll come back. Let him have a bit of freedom. I mean, he'll enjoy flying around the countryside. He won't come to any harm here.
Oh, I hope you're right, dear.
Blimey! Blimey!
Well, don't just stand there. Do something.
Yeah, no,
Oh, you are a naughty boy to frighten your mummy like that. Now, you say a nice thank you to your kind Uncle Terry.
Come back, come back. That net came in handy. At least you caught something.
just don't cause me any more worries. From now on, I want to relax and enjoy the pleasures of the country.
Lovely morning. Just hoping for a quick flash of a widget.
Nice little fellow, are you? Hello, come here. Hello. What are you doing here? Oh, you've got jolly good form for a jumper.
Come on, up you get, Harvey.
The whole secret of this is the rapport between horse and rider. What's his name?
Thunderflash. Yeah, they might have given you Crundlewob.
He won't give you any trouble, sir. Just let you know his master.
Hi.
Thank you. I think that's everything.
I'll sit in the back with Gunga Din.
Oh, allow me.
Oh, thank you.
It's very kind of you to see us off.
We've enjoyed meeting you both. Now you must come down again next year.
Well, of course they will. Done them the world of good. You know, you all look so much better than when you first came.
Well, some of us do. Come on, Terry.
Look, there goes the pipit.
Here comes a web-footed wagtail.
Let me give you a hand. I say, hold on a minute.
There's no doubt about it, June. There's nothing like it. Oh, smell of petrol, the distant roar of the traffic and the twinkling lights on the North Circular. No, June, there's nothing like London.
Come on, you old townie, come to bed. Still, we had some fun, didn't we? We seemed to do so much in the time. Do you know, I think you did everything you said you'd do except one thing.
What was that?
You didn't mangle your wurzels.
Didn't I? Have I got news for you?